Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. We're getting started on our Final Fantasy XIV stream. We're in the middle of Stormblood now. We had several quests we had to wrap up today, so let's get right to it. How are you doing today? Hope everything's going all right. Let us know down in the comments what's going on with you, and we'd love to chat with you because that's why we're here. Just to chat, enjoy the atmosphere, and play the game together here. Let's see, first one, we've got to go to the House of the Fierce. We've got to finish up some of these Ether Current quests as well. My grandson is at last returned. He told me all about how you helped him gather the ingredients he needed to make medicine. While I am glad he has grown to be a kind-hearted boy, there is still much he need learn about discipline and manners. However, those Lupins should really know better than to steal from a mere child. Their race was once famed for being loyal vassals to some of Doma's mightiest warlords. When Doma was crushed by the Empire, some of them managed to escape, choosing to live as bandits. It pains me to see a race once so proud fall so low. Something else we have Garlemald to thank for, I suppose. And we don't need any earrings. And let's see, one guy over here. And near at this shack to finish up this one. Whoops. Yeah, I figured you'd probably see me there. Turning just in the nick of time. Do you have business with me, traveler? I have these water serpent livers I was asked to deliver to you. Water serpent livers? But why did you think to bring these to me? Because someone wanted you to have them. Ah, my wife put you up to it, did she? My sincerest thanks. I shall boil these and eat them shortly. Back in the days when I made my living transporting rice up and down the river, I used to slay any water serpents I saw and take them home to cook. Of course, that all stopped once the Empire blocked off the one river. It is thanks to nature and kind strangers like you that I am able to put food on my table these days. Thank you so much. My pleasure, buddy. Okay, now back to the House of the Fierce. Do some swimming to get back there. And see where things take us after that point. Oops, gotta go up, not down. And there they are. Come, come, we must tell the others of this airship or hear what they know of it.
There you are. What happened? Are the villagers all right? We freed them, along with many others. Gosetsu, we spied an airship bound for the castle. Know you aught of it?
Aye, that we do. The Crown Prince is come to Doma.
We suspect this is a result of recent events in Girabania. Our defeat notwithstanding, there appears to be some concern in Garlemald that subversive elements may be rallying in other provinces. Though Yotsuyu governs Doma, Zenos remains the province's anointed viceroy, and it would seem he has come to assess the current situation in person.
If Zenos is here, we must seize this opportunity and kill him.
Would that it were so simple, Lady Yugiri. You may recall that we encountered Zenos at Rolga's Reach. We have seen firsthand what he can do. His power defies explanation. He faced the Alliance, the Resistance, and the Scions, and he defeated us all. We survived and learned from the experience, it is true. But if we are to defeat him, it will not be through simple opportunism. We will require a flawless plan.
We know his strengths. A prodigious swordsman trained from childhood by the finest Imperial tutors, reputed to be without equal on the battlefield, which is why we must not meet him there. Nay, we keep to the shadows, the domain of the shinobi, and thence we strike. You need only give me the...
Were this but a matter of personal revenge, I would not presume to bar your path, for I myself crave that same. But to draw steel against the Emperor's son is a grave decision, and one that will shape our nation's future. Do not forget Lord Hien's word.
What, that we should sheathe our swords if the people lack the will to fight? I will not squander this opportunity. If we do naught, our master's life is...
Even should you succeed, Zenos' death will not win Doma her freedom. More likely, her doom. Can we defend our people against the Empire's retribution? We few against a legion? Do not be a fool, child!
Mayhap I am a fool with foolish dreams of a future that will never be. But I cannot, I will not forsake them!
Yugiri, wait!
What now?
What now, indeed? Yeah. Alright, Gosetsu. I need to throw this off my... I will not pursue her. It is for her to think on our master's words and recognize the futility of her course. Those, at least, are my thoughts upon the matter. Yours may be different. Should you wish to give chase, I will not bar your path. We each have but one life, and it is not to be spent recklessly in pursuit of our goals. I pray she realizes this soon. Search for Yugiri outside of Namai. Did Gosetsu send you to stop me? No. Then you came of your own free will. I should be surprised if you agreed with my chosen course. No one else did. But it is not as fanciful as they would have you believe. Scant moments ago, I received the Crown Prince's itinerary from one of our spies in the castle. It would seem that Zenos has no desire to remain in Doma any longer than necessary. He wishes to inspect the Moon Gate this very eve. His impatience is to our advantage. He arrived without warning and gave Yotsuyu no time to prepare. The whole castle is in a state of upheaval. To avoid any delay, he has declined a full escort and will be traveling with no more than a handful of soldiers. The kami could not have blessed us with more auspicious circumstances. I will kill him, Anne. I will. You mean we will kill him? Or die trying. You understand the risks. Forgive me. Of course you do. Mayhap better than I. But are you sure? Thank you. Thank you. I cannot well express what this means to me. We have much to discuss, but we can do so on the way. Yuzuka Manor is some distance from here. We must hurry. Stay calm. No one knows you were here. No one knows you saw anything. No one knows you overheard two rebels plotting to kill the Crown Prince. Ah, stupid, stupid, stupid! You know how this ends, and they only have themselves to blame. You have to tell them. You have to. Okay, well. Let's go on a small trip then. Let's see, next ether current is, yeah, over there. And turbo swim. Run down and grab this one. Eat the currents. And let's see, I think that should be the last one that we find out in the open. Yeah, there we go. All right, now This is far enough. Let us discuss our plan of attack. Yeah, some new trousers. Yeah. Level 64. Zenos' itinerary is as follows. He will depart Doma Castle by ship and approach the moon gates. The Magitech field will be deactivated briefly, allowing his vehicle to pass. It will then continue on to these very docks where he and his entourage will disembark. As you can see, this area is not ideal for an ambush. Wide open, multiple avenues of escape. The manor is better suited to our needs. Let us split up and search for suitable hiding places. Certainly, we will go up here and look for a hiding place. Surrounded by walls and deserted, this location appears to be ideal for concealment. Ah, there you are. From the roof, we would have a clear view of the docks. It is settled. We shall lie in wait here until Zenos arrives. As discussed, if all goes to plan, he shall fall with my first blow. If not, then the two of us will have to engage him in open combat. His escort is of no consequence, which means that we will have a 2-to-1 advantage. Nevertheless, he is not to be underestimated. You don't have to tell me that. All right. A glowing event point. Let's see here. All right. I've drank enough tea. I think I'm ready to go here. All that remains is to wait. I trust that you are ready. Yes, I am. I think. We'll find out.
He comes.
The village is not far, my lord. If it please you, we shall escort you there directly.
Less a province than a graveyard. The rotting husk of a broken nation devoid of proper sport. But as his radiance wishes...
Yes, of course, my lord. And may I say how terribly sorry we are that you had to come so far.
We labored long to sow the seeds of hatred, of fear, to train them as beasts. Now we shall see the harvest. Let there be savage beasts baying for blood, and not hollow-eyed prey cowering in the dark, or there will be no joy in this hunt.
Shinobi? And me without my brute.
How weak you are. Is this the sum of your hate?
This is only the beginning. For Lord Kayed! For Doma!
Ah!
Mayhap I shall test this new blade of yours. Let us hope it is to my liking, lest your misfortunes compound. Then again, I am loath to expend such effort on the unworthy. Come, earn the honor.
You die!
Not paying attention there.
Leave this to me!
All right. Let us put you to the proof.
No, I must fight on! I must!
Run, beast, run!
And it looks like it's just going to be an endurance thing again here.
Give me something to remember.
Run, beast, run! Don't stop now!
I see.
You see.
Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Oh, how right I was to spare your life. Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. For the rush of blood. For the time between the seconds. Live. For the sole pleasure left me in this empty, ephemeral world. Live! You are not worthy.
Get away from them, you imperial dog!
No, don't. You must flee.
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away! What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are! I've spent my whole life hating myself. For every time they made me beg, for every time I held my tongue to protect the people I love. And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away, but I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt. So we came, all of us, for you! For ourselves! For Doma!
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die, intruding upon this sacred ground, turning weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
How wrong you are! Go, now! Guzetsu, see to Yugiri!
Aye.
I can't see a damn thing. Someone stop them! My lord?
Well, thanks for the timely vercure there, Alice. Appreciate that. Alright. I don't think we were followed. Gods, I have no idea what was going through that man's head, but I am heartily glad he decided to leave. Oh, and don't thank us. Thank Alphino. He's at the House of the Fierce, patiently awaiting your gratitude. You should have seen the way he turned pale when he heard about Yugiri's plan, and how you, of all people, had decided to help her. He was in such a panic, barking orders, calling for a squadron to be assembled. As were you. I was rather composed, as I recall, though that is neither here nor there. And little Dome and Weasel. Get some more experience here before we start this one. Here we go, and this will allow us to fly when we complete this one. Can you believe it? We faced the Crown Prince himself and lived to tell the tale. You've no idea what this means for us. Everyone's talking about getting more weapons and armor and we're not going to stop until we've taken back our homeland. All right. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We've got wounded to tend to first. We should get back to the village. Right then. How are you feeling? After fighting that demon, I can only imagine. I suppose I ought to apologize to you for, you know. Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us. The shinobi, too.
How are you feeling, my lady?
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations, and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
I've got nothing more to say to them. I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology. I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing. Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes, and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself. In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
That it does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
And there they are!
12 be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Zenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new primal slayer.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Zenos the moment I set eyes on him.
What? You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signaled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us. Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time, with whom I was privileged to share a womb.
Oh boy.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid. Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising, spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front, may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return, for there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one. He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no less a deed than openly opposing Zenos himself.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
And let's see, speak with our comrades here. I will be traveling to the Azim Steppe, and I found Lord Hien once before, and I am confident I can do so again. Moreover, it was to me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it my duty to deliver to him our people's reply. Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of their hearts. Too long has it been since I looked on his face. It would be of great comfort to see him again, and no small comfort if you were to join us in the search, I should add. I wonder what kind of man Hien is. From what I heard, he's about the same age as me, and then there's Fordola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised in an imperial province. This is all he's ever known, but unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I want to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe, if I understand that, it'll help me to understand a lot of other things. The beloved king returning to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Not a story you'd ever hear in Sharlayan or Uldai, is it? Not in those words, perhaps, but no land's people is so cynical to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individuals have the power to move hearts and minds no matter where they go. Doubtless you speak from personal experience. As much as this Lord Hien intrigues us, Anne, there are vital tasks to be attended to here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Doma Castle, for one. There is also the matter of coordinating our efforts with the Confederacy and our comrades in Kugane, dealing with this troublesome Aetherite. I could go on, but you understand. Aye, so it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We shall depart for the Azim Steppe at once. You will be joining us, Anne? For our part, we shall do what we can to aid the Doman Liberation Front in your absence. We will refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence and instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training our new recruits. When you return, we will be ready for war. If anything happens, if you need us to come back sooner, you'd better contact us. Noble sacrifices are a last resort, remember? Follow me, my friends. We have many malms to travel before we reach Reunion. Wait, don't leave yet. Here, take these for the road. It's simple fare, but it's the least we can do for you after what you did for us. It may be stupid and naive of me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials, and we'll win our freedom. So, don't keep us waiting too long. Meanwhile, in the keep of Doma Castle.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror. Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself. Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds, they render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope, to make an example of Doma, such as was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty now, or die with the rest of them.
Are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for. Oh!
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels. I want her dead. I want her friends dead. I want the heads of everyone she knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
You mean I can finally go after her? I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, she won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
Meanwhile, in the fringes of Girabania.
Aye, this is the place. When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are. Yet, if this be the work of the eyes, what choice do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphino.
Here we go. And fly, fly, fly. Level 65. Yeah, we might want to do our level 65 dancer quest too here. Now that we're at the story level 65 as well. If all are ready, let us depart for reunion in the Azim Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous, We will need to return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast past Isari. Follow Yugiri to Isari. Yeah, she's out in the Ruby Coast now. Let's see, what about our dances with Dusk Whites here? Let's go knock that out. Then we'll come back here and follow you, Gary, into the next zone. It is good to see you, Anne. You'll be pleased to hear that our exhibition in the Sultanate was a rousing success. Rana gave quite the inspired performance. It would seem the girl has indeed taken her lessons to heart. That leaves Gridania as the final stop on our three-nation tour. I meant to depart immediately, but I must confess that the curious developments in Ul'dah have given me pause. Upon our arrival, let us first pay a visit to the Adder's Nest and inquire as to any strange happenings about town. Do not ask me why, but I believe it is best we stay vigilant. Sounds good to me. Ah, Anne, I am sorry to say that my fears appear to have been well-founded. Gridania, too, has seen its fair share of social unrest of late. Pray, explain the situation to my colleagues, good sir. You are familiar with the Duskwhite, yes? They are a clan of Elizan who eschew the shackles of urban life and instead choose to live in isolation. For the most part, both sides choose to leave the other well enough alone. Recently, however, events have taken a troubling turn. Groups of Duskwhites have been assembling for reasons unknown, holding secret gatherings on the outskirts of the forest. Whatever their aim, we can be quite certain that it is nothing good. The Twin Adder is content to let them be provided they do us no harm, but when they turn to thieving and threatening our way of life, we cannot simply turn a blind eye. To say that tensions between the Duskwhites and our citizens have been rising would be an understatement. To this point, troublemakers among the Duskwhite have primarily acted alone, which makes the manner in which they are now plotting something together in plain sight all the more concerning. Some here in the nest even believe that they are sowing the seeds for a violent uprising. As fortune would have it, these Duskwhite rabble-rousers have recently been sighted with particular frequency in the immediate vicinity of the venue where I had hoped to hold our performance. Needless to say, we must address the immediate danger before we can even think of going forward with our performance. Anne, Rana, what say we investigate the matter? Together this time. Consider it done. I'll make up for my failure, just you watch me. Once I've soothed the Duskwhites' hearts with my dance, rioting will be the furthest thing from their minds. Thank you, friends. That settles it then. Leave the matter of the Duskwhite demagogues to my colleagues here. I suppose there would be some merit in delegating the task to you rather than risk fanning the flames between the Duskwhites and our own citizens. And yet, you are a dance troupe, are you not? Are you certain that your friends here are up to the task of suppressing an armed revolt? You can be assured they are. For what it's worth, I too will be accompanying Rana and Anne to ensure that everything is in order. Besides, there is something that I would confirm with my own eyes. And with that, we should be on our way. The Duskwights in question are said to be congregating in the South Shroud. Let us meet first at the local tavern and formulate a plan of attack. Okay. There we go. Head over to Busker and Struthers. We'll stop there via Quarry Mill teleport then. And if you've recently joined us, welcome, welcome. We're happy to have you here. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We're in the middle of Stormblood, doing the whole story unskipped, including Crafters and Gatherers. We're doing our Dancer level 65 quest now. And if you got any questions, comments, suggestions, anything you want to talk about, just drop it down in the chat. We'd love to chat with you while we enjoy the game and the atmosphere together. Of course, if you'd prefer to just lurk and enjoy the game with us that way, that's fine. We're just happy to have you here. Thank you. According to one of the regulars here, the Duskwight troublemakers were seen not long ago just to the northeast of here. And that's not all. A rumor says that they were, and I quote, gyrating and undulating in a most curious way. Whatever it was that we witnessed in Thanalan, it seems likely that it's afflicted the people here as well. We must investigate the matter with all speed. Come now. Okay, well, let's go keep lookout for some suspicious Duskwights then. See what survey says. And Mistress Nashmira, I think I saw something. Over there, behind the bushes. Hey, Paige, welcome, welcome. Hello, Dad. May I call you Dad? Well, I don't think I have any children, but if that makes you happy, I guess you can do that then. That's it. That's the same creepy dance I saw in Ul'dah. The Dance of the Damned. Yes, it is just as I feared. I'll explain everything in good time. For the moment, just leave them to me. Okay, Paige. Well, I have adopted you then. Thank you so much. Be gone, meddlers. Leave us to our dancing. Well, how are you doing today, Paige? Hope everything's going okay with you. Thanks for dropping in here with us. What in the... my legs? It's as if they have a mind of their own. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Certainly. Yeah, if you If you're having a good time, please consider following us as well. We'd love to have you here as often as you have time, so thank you very much for that. Thanks for that follow, Paige. I appreciate it. We're just going through the whole story unskipped. We're in the middle of Stormblood now, just doing our level 65 dancer quest. Mistress Nashmira, look out! Okay, we've kept a lookout now. Oh, yeah, purple glowy circle battle, it looks like. Alright, well, let's see if we can do this one. Muddle our way through one here. What I can do then is we'll make our Chocobo dance partner then. Yeah, looks like we attracted the attention of the low-level stuff too. Oh well. That's fine. Okay. I guess we rescued Nashmira. Forgive me, Anne, and thank you. And to think I was scolding poor Rana for her overconfidence. In my heyday, I would have made short work of that thing, but alas, those days are long behind me. Don't be too hard on yourself, Mistress Nashmira. We all have our bad days, and besides, it's not as if you were just being reckless like me. But never mind that. What in the world did I just see? That creepy dance, that strange cloud of black ether. What does all of this mean, Mistress Nashmira? Come now, I know you know more than you've let on. Indeed. I do, and I fully intend to share my knowledge with you once I have seen what I must see with my own two eyes. In the meantime, someone should hand over these men to the twin adders. I suppose you're right, and we must treat your wounds as well. And could I ask you to return to the adder's nest and deliver our report? I'll tend to Mistress Nashmira's scratches and see that no other troublemaking Duskwights show up. Okay. Alright. I'll back off to Gridania here to the twin adder's nest. What's this? You apprehended the Duskwight miscreants for us. Splendid! On behalf of all Gridania, you have our gratitude. We will dispatch a unit to the South Shroud at once. My apologies for the delay, Anne. I'm pleased to report that our dancing Duskwight friends have been handed over to the proper authorities, and Rana's patched up my wounds good as new. With sufficient rest, I should be back on the stage in no time. Not on my watch, you won't. I mean, pray do not overexert yourself, Mistress Nashmira. You need your rest. I told you I could have handed over the culprits myself. I know, Rana. And yet, I wanted to be there myself when they awoke. It played out exactly as I expected. They remembered little or nothing about their dancing, their secret gatherings, or any of the conversations that led up to it all. well, thank you, Paige. Yeah, thanks for checking out our other socials as well. I haven't been quite so active on TikTok recently. I need to post some more short videos there, and on YouTube as well. I was streaming on YouTube simultaneously for a while there, but I decided to stop that and just upload the game videos after the streams there. It seems to be I don't know, seems to be working out better maybe. Just being stubborn, no doubt. Worry not, friends, the twin adders will carry out a proper interrogation. And yet, one thing concerns me. Is it true that these events bear a striking similarity to a situation you witnessed in Ul'dah? What we have witnessed is none other than the Totentanz, the dance of the damned, and it is our God's given duty as dancers to see that it is never danced again. Oh, okay. Really recommend changing the background to the green screen to just nothing, and make your webcam larger so people can see your defined age, because Twitch will love you for being an older gamer. You could capitalize by expressing your age more on your videos, I think, personally. Huh. Good tip. All right, well, actually, I have been working on redesigning the layout for my streaming screens here, so I will certainly keep that in mind. That's a good suggestion, Paige. Thank you for that. I will think about that. My main, I guess what I've been thinking about is just covering the chat that shows up on the screen from the game. I didn't want to reveal folks' chat there, but I could just blur that out, I guess, too. The Dance of the Damned? Our mission? Whatever are you rambling about, Mistress Nashmira? I thought our mission was to lend strength and succor to the suffering and lift the spirits of the realm. That it is. And yet, the truth of exactly what this entails runs far deeper. Throughout our storied history, the dancers of Troop Falsium have saved countless lands time and again from a fate most dire. When war and calamity ravage the land, fear and anger fill men's hearts. These emotions fester, reacting with the ether around us, in the air we breathe, the ground beneath our feet, to form an etheric manifestation of malaise that spreads like a dark cloud across the land. The weak, the downtrodden, the scorned and suffering. Sadly, it is these people who are oft the quickest to fall prey to dark despair. Left unchecked, the shadow fully consumes them, their hearts, their minds. In the end, even control of their very limbs is taken from them. Final Fantasy XIV has some amazing writing. It certainly made me shed some tears. Oh gosh, there are so many emotional moments throughout the series, isn't there? I mean, the just Final Fantasy XIV alone here has amazing stories. You're right. Yeah, I get to some of them and I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, even make a grown man cry. Stripped of the last semblances of sanity, they flail about in a manner most hideous. Tales tell of mothers blissfully unaware as they trampled their beloved children. Men who dance so violently they rip the limbs from their own body. This is the Totentanz, the dance of the damned. Main story quest. I'm in the middle of Stormblood right now, but I've played through the story on several characters all the way through. Well, except for maybe the last bit of Endwalker. I played at least through the end of the first release of Endwalker on several characters. I haven't done 6.1, 2, and 3, I think, yet. on anything, but hey, I've done crafting, gathering, main story, some of the jobs all the way up through the end of 90. So yeah, I'm familiar with the story and everything, and so I don't mind any backseating or don't worry about spoilers here. You know, if you want to talk about something in the future, even in the game, that's okay here on this stream. What about yourself? You play the game often, or what do you like about the game? What madness is this? If you speak true, and this damnable dance you speak of arises from the fear and anger in people's hearts, why did it not manifest itself in the wake of the calamity in Eorzea's darkest hour? Call me mad, but I think I understand. In times of greatest crisis, just surviving for another day requires all the strength we can muster. People have neither the time nor the freedom of mind to dwell on emotions like hatred or anger. Grana has the right of it. It is precisely at this time, a time when Eorzea has made great strides in its recovery, yet deeper wounds still go undressed, that your people are most susceptible to that damnable dance. Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds like we've played through about the same amount. I mean, I'm ready to move forward with the other, with the expansions to 6.0, I guess, but I haven't really spent time to do that. Been playing other games, and then I started streaming here as well. Oh gosh, what other games do I play? I like the Star Ocean series, Dragon Age. I haven't streamed any of those yet, but I also like oh geez, there's just so many, I guess. I've got a whole library full. I think I mentioned some of them in the check my panels for this channel. I think I posted some of the series and the games that I enjoy down there, but you'll see the pictures of them underneath there. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I enjoy playing. I just like RPGs in general. Yeah, I'm currently playing Infinite Undiscovery, which is an Xbox exclusive on Wednesdays and Fridays currently. I played through the main story on normal mode earlier. I'm now in the middle or at the end or towards the end of a hard mode playthrough on that game as well. Just trying to get the compulsive achievement, which is obtaining at least one of every item in your inventory at some point, and it is an Xbox achievement for that one. I've never been successful in the past, and maybe hadn't tried hard enough, I don't know, but I'm trying it on stream as well. So yes, Wednesdays and Fridays for that game. And here on Final Fantasy XIV, I'm doing it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, that is why our art was born so many ages ago. Not just to drive out the darkness from people's hearts in a figurative sense, but to literally cast out etheric shadows and free the afflicted from the clutches of the Totentanz. Yes, this is the truth of Troop Falsium, passed down from principle to principle for generations. What I did for the Duskwights was to use my dance to extract the darkness from their hearts and give it physical form that can then be struck down and banished. It has been several centuries since the menace of the Totentanz last reared its ugly head. To be honest, when we first came to Eorzea, I was unsure as to what we would encounter. So as not to worry the two of you overmuch, I kept the truth from you. Yet now that I have seen it with my own eyes, our mission could not be more clear. As the inheritors of the Kriegstans, we must chase down the shadow of the Totentanz from this realm. I beg forgiveness for the secrecy, my friends, and ask that you lend me your aid. You can count on me. Of course you can count on us. After all, Anne and I are dancers of Troop Falsium too, and it's like you always say, a dancer never abandons her partner. Why should you have to carry the burden of saving the whole realm all by yourself? Rana, Anne, after all of my harsh words and hidden truths, you are far too kind. I must confess that I still am struggling to understand all this, but one thing is clear. This dancing epidemic you speak of poses a grave danger to our realm. I will contact the other grand companies immediately and apprise them of the threat. Should there be any reports of similar phenomenon in other nations, we would like to call upon you to deal with the matter. Forgive us the imposition, but clearly this is beyond our ability. Leave it to us. Nothing would honor us more than if the nations of Eorzea would place their trust in Troop Falsium and allow us to perform for their people. And with that, only Ishgard and Alamigo remain on our itinerary. Alamigo yet struggles to free itself from the Garlean yoke. We have no choice but to make Ishgard our next destination. At any rate, we will need more time to properly prepare for the confrontation ahead. In the meantime, Rana, you are to continue your performances. You require more practice still before I can bequeath to you all the secrets of the Kriegstans. You can count on me, Mistress Nashmira. And you, Anne. Pray, continue to hone your skills in battle. If we hope to prevail against the Totentans, we will need your martial skills as much as we need your dancing. For no, it is not enough that we lure the shadows out of people's hearts. We must dispel the darkness for good, lest it simply drift on until it finds another unsuspecting host. Yes, we will be needing your strength more than ever. And with that, I too should prepare myself. Our true last act draws ever closer at hand. All right, we've got another dance request successful. And we'll wait and do the next one, which is, what, level 68? When we get to story level 68. For now, though, let's head back to Yansha and resume our quest. Yeah, the peaceful nighttime music of Yansha. From here we will turn north until we arrive at a cave, through which we must pass in order to reach the Azim Steppe. Lys and Gosetsu have already gone on ahead. We should carry on as well. Whoops, I gotta spell it right. Hold on.
I remember the emptiness, vast and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless roaming tribes. A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here, we would find Doma's salvation. With the wind at our backs, we walked on, in search of hope, in search of him.
I give you the Azim Steppe, Anne, though I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent Reunion are more welcoming than most. Come, it is not much further. Alright, there's our first ether current for the area. Let's see, I'll go tag everything I should tag here. Oh yeah, I'm down in Atlanta, Georgia, Paige. Good evening to you, madam. Do you wish to hire a falcon porter? No, I just want to tag you, that's all. Oh yeah, I mean I get up every morning early here, and so yeah, I got plenty of sleep. Thank you for that. Yeah, it is normal for me to get up anywhere from 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning up to about 6 o'clock or so. So that's why I started streaming at, yeah, nowadays. When I was younger, I would often sleep till maybe 10 o'clock or so if I wasn't doing anything, but yeah. Yeah, so now I've decided I would start streaming for about 3 hours from 6:30 to 9:30 most mornings and see how that works out. I just started back in January doing some streaming, so we'll see how it works out. A good way to enjoy doing what I enjoy doing and get to talk to some folks too. Yeah, it has turned out to be a pretty good habit for me, I think. Maybe it's not for everybody to get up that early, but it's something that I've found to be good for me anyways. Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here is where we will begin our search for Lord Hien. Believe it or not, I was in jail for 6 months and that forced me to wake up at 4 a.m. for breakfast. Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, when you're forced on a schedule, that could certainly do it. And I did have a job, I guess, maybe that's what got me on the early rising scale. I had to get up about 4 a.m. too, you know, for a job I had earlier, so I could get in there. So yeah, it was That was a time when I had to be getting up super, super early too, so I know what you mean. That getting up at 4 a.m. But it's kind of nice, at least if you're doing it because of a job anyways, because then you finish work, you know, maybe just after lunchtime sometime, you know, don't have to work too long into the day and still have a lot of daylight left afterwards. Oh, what are we getting here? Ooh, some glaives, but doesn't look like they're going to be an update. Maybe they are. 273. Yeah, I guess they will be an eye level upgrade. Yeah, they have some extra stats, just no extra physical damage or auto attack or delay difference there. When last I spoke with Lord Heian, he said he spent much time in these markets. I had hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Hey, Yugiri, I've been meaning to ask. There are an awful lot of Zayla here, aren't there? Oh, I assumed you knew. The Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of the Zayla since antiquity. I love waking up early, just something about that morning air, you know? Yep, I hear ya. More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, there is a hierarchy of sorts determined through ritual combat. Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the steppe with ease. I wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lise? Why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zayla warriors who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin and the weather unforgiving. The Zayla found ways to survive, it is true, but they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. It sounds like I've got a lot to learn. Later, I mean. We're meant to be looking for Heian. People from many tribes gather in reunion to trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. And why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? I will do that. Thank you for the suggestion, Yugiri. Booze, fresh booze. Your choice of lamb or zo. Guaranteed to satisfy. How many will you have, miss? Huh? A Doman? Unless another Dazkar is keeping him in her yurt, he is not here. More fool her if she took a Doman for a husband. But enough about Domans. Let us speak of booze instead. You cannot come to the Azim Steppe and not sample this most traditional of delicacies. Okay, thanks for the info, Shambui. What fortune you have to come hither at this time. Freshly slaughtered, every cut available on request. Organs too, hearts, livers, brains, or a brace of blood sausages if you desire only a snack. A Doman? Poor meat they make, Domans. I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of one some few days ago. Okay. Roasted fish with pumpkin, an exotic foreign delicacy cooked to perfection, beloved without the steppe. Come, come. You seek Domans? Then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little favor with those from the south. Now, if were Goro you were looking for, on the other hand, then I might be able to help you. They flock to my stall. All right. Gonna make breakfast. put the face as the thumbnail for the videos. Thank you very much. Really need to show myself and be proud. People will eat you up with love, just watch. Well, thank you so much for that, Paige. I hope you have a great breakfast, and thank you so much for dropping in here with us. We hope we'll see you again. I have brought you a new brush, my beloved. So smooth and silky your mane shall be, the envy of every other man. Huh? Say again. You are seeking who? Ah, the Doman. I know of whom you speak. He comes and goes with a mole girl. Though I could not describe her, I only know that she is mole because I heard them talking as they passed. While in the chat mode, I need to do a say with mole in it. Okay. Well, I happen to know which one I need to talk to, so I'm just going to go over here and talk. Alright, let's see. Let's be creative here. Just anything with mole capitalized in it. Say. Is that a mole at this stall, or are you just happy to see me? There we go. Is that a mole at this stall, or are you just happy to see me? Yes, I am Mole. My name is Serena. May I help you? Well, that seemed to work. All right. Oh, I see. You are looking for Hien. In that case, how urgent this business must be to leave our conversation unfinished. The Kinsai. Will you buy it? There is but one bundle left. If not, then... I will, though I had not thought to pay so high a price. It is a bargain for which you should be grateful. If you lack the coin, then the fault is your own, and you will leave with nothing. Please, I must have the Kinsai. The gods themselves requested it. We are bound to their will. Pay me the difference in whisper root. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass through reunion, and we will each feel fairly treated. But do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I will not refuse him. I understand. Thank you for this kindness. I am sorry, but we must speak of Hien later. I cannot leave reunion without that Kinsai. Right, new weapon. Yeah, let's see, did that go? Yeah, I went into my armory chest, so I should be able to nab that one. And we're at eye level 278 now. You want to help me? Is that it? I do not know what to say. Thank you, and thank you. The lumbering ones we must fell wander the plains to the west of Reunion. If we each harvest 2, then we should have enough whisper root. Return here when you have finished. Good luck. Alright, Choco Buddy, come on out and help us with this. And get some experience while you're at it. Alright, new weapon works okay, it looks like. Yeah, that ought to do it. And how are you doing, Choco? Are you getting close to level? Oh, you did level up already. Yay. Alright, well let's continue on. You will be totally focused on healer job there. Awesome. Leveled up my Chocobo. Welcome back, Anne. Have you brought the Whisper Root? Yes, I have. Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Oh, that's kind of nice. Will this quantity suffice? It shall. The Kinsai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Udgan rarely have need of such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would have none for you. Perhaps the gods guided me here as they guided grandmother, as they guided this woman from the west.
Hey! How goes the search? Any luck?
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Oh, please! It is I who should be grateful.
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second! Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the fate of your superiors? Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
Those boys are of the Oronir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes. The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now. Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly, very deadly. He prances as a horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories. The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castilla. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castilla. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
Ha!
I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words!
As shall I. Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothar heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day.
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan San. During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for the fight. The tribe which triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan San, which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Kestir, have reason to remain neutral. Them all are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but... Never mind that. You see Kien, yes? I know where he may be.
Looks like we've got a ether current quest here. Yeah, let's pick up this first, I guess. Long ago, my grandmother, having received a vision from the gods, bade me go forth into the southern mountains. It was there that I found Hien, near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards, he chose to remain, that he might repay us for our kindness. Domans set much store by honor and shame, so at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see your map for a moment. Here. He has grown fond of this place. It affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance. No problem, Cyrena. Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends, let us go and greet our lord and master. Words are very unnecessary. Sounds like a Depeche Mode song. Hello, traveler. As it happens, some of the local Kestiri merchants have been dealing with a problem involving your kind of late. Reunion is run by the Kestir. It will not do you any favors to displease them. The tribe is famed for its dislike of speech. They believe that all words are merely lies. The Kestiri way is to show your intentions through your actions. Nothing else shall suffice for them. Hey, Shout-Yo, how you doing there? Or Shout-Yo? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. I hope you're doing okay today. And yet, a merchant from far-off lands has recently appeared in Reunion, trying to force the Kestir to trade by using the very words they despise. Good, good. Well, good to know that you're doing well. Please sit back, relax, enjoy the stream with us here. Of course, if you got anything on your mind, anything you'd like to say, drop it down there in the chat. That's what we're here for, just to enjoy the game together and see what's on each other's minds here. Ignorance is no excuse. I have seen others attempt to explain the local customs to him. However, it matters not what anyone says if he will not listen. Yeah, we try to be pretty chill here, so yep, I hope it suits you anyways. Do you play the game? Are you interested in Final Fantasy XIV? I would appreciate it if you were to take responsibility for this buffoon. No doubt he is still in the Khan's tent, harping on. There he is. Wow, yeah, so you have been playing a long time. Yeah, no doubt. Boy, yeah, 4,700 hours. 4,700 hours. Wow, that is a long time. I guess since launch then, that would probably be reflective of... I don't suppose you'd fancy taking part in this conversation anytime soon, would you? If I've done something to displease you, you need only tell me what... And just who would you happen to be? If you're here to trade, then you'll have to wait your turn. I arrived first. What's that? You're not a merchant. Well, are you aware of the funny customs these Kastir have? Apparently words aren't much use, only actions will do. I was told as much by members of other RE tribes, but I just can't bring myself to believe it. How can one run a market if they refuse to speak? Oh, okay. So you've been pretty intensely into it then. 4,700 hours in 2 years. Heck yeah, boy, that's some dedication for sure. Regardless, it does not appear that I stand to gain much from continuing to rely on speech. If even a fellow outsider such as yourself is telling me to follow the Kastiri customs, I suppose it is high time I acquiesced. Yeah, it can be addictive. This game is too good. Yeah. I tell you, you could just spend a lot of time exploring so much in this game. Oh, thank you for the follow too, Shout Yo. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We hope you'll join us for future streams as well. I will mention that on Wednesdays and Fridays I'm playing Infinite Undiscovery, which is an Xbox only game. I just wanted to play through that one again, so I've been doing that for the last few months as well. It's a fun game. It's kind of like Star Ocean. It's made by Tri-Ace, the same folks who put the Star Ocean series together. But certainly, any free time you've got and you choose to spend it with us, we are definitely greatly appreciative of that. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a Xbox only game back in 2008. I want to say it came out about the same time as Final Fantasy XIII maybe, so it may have been a bit obscured, but just the fact that it only came out only on Xbox, you know, that would account for some of the reason why a lot of folks may not have heard of it. I'm not sure how I heard of it at that time. I think I was just browsing games for the Xbox at that time. Happened to run across it and remembered playing Star Ocean and said, oh yeah, I definitely got to pick this one up. Now that I think of it, if you're not a competitor, would you perhaps be interested in working with me? Seek me out if you'd like to hear more. All right, buddy. We will go check you out here. Ah, it's been an eternity since I last had the chance to talk with a fellow traveler. The name's Gasco. I belong to the East Aldenard Trading Company, and I've been stationed in the Far East for a while now. I used to work at our Kugane office until a short while ago. Oh, I mean, I don't know if I've got 4,700 hours in the game, but I've played through the story all the way at least to through 6.0 Endwalker several times, including crafting and gathering, so this is just another iteration for me. I do like it a lot. Yeah, just when I started streaming, I thought I'd just do a new character from start to finish, all the way through the whole story. So that's what I'm doing here. Yeah, I do like the game a lot. Word has it, it won't be long before Doma fully escapes the Empire's grasp. Very few merchants are going to pass up such a good opportunity to trade with a newly independent nation. Yeah, what I guess the very first time I played through the stories, of course, you know, I played back when A Realm Reborn had just come out, so I finished the story there and stopped. And then when Heavensward came out, I played through that. And, you know, I won't skip things when I play through for the first time, but in more recent runs through the game, I've just been skipping everything. So I kind of forgot some of the nuances and some of the story elements throughout the series just to get characters through and playing through the mechanics mostly because I enjoy the gameplay a lot. So this time I just decided, well, on stream I will just go ahead and do a totally unskipped playthrough, and that'll help refresh my memory as well as hopefully be a little entertaining and kind of I guess a log of the play through the game as well, in a way, because I do upload these to YouTube when I'm finished as well. So we'll see how many 3-hour episodes we have posted. I think we're up to about 50 now from the very beginning to this point in the game. I've always been a pioneer myself and decided that I would make certain I was the first to explore this new potential trade partner. I brought bags full of foreign goods to impress the locals with. Yet, despite this, I am unable to convince them to even talk to me, never mind take a look at my wares. If only they knew what harrowing obstacles I have overcome just to be here. Countless levies paid to pirates, daring escapes from fearsome bandits and beasts. I could go on forever. And what is my reward? The icy stare of a Kastiri woman. Until today, I had never met a lady that thought me anything but a charming gent. As it seems, I alone am not up to this task. I wish to ask for your aid, knowledgeable adventurer. If you help me convince them to trade, I promise you untold discounts on everything I have for sale. Okay. No need to be so alarmed, friend. I merely wish for you to help me learn about Kastiri customs. I would not dream of asking you to threaten them or force you to help me with my work. Their culture is unlike anything I have encountered thus far. If I am to get anywhere, I must study all of the customs and deities that govern their day-to-day lives. Only then do I stand a chance of convincing them to trade. This information shall doubtless be equally valuable to you on your travels. Why, if I weren't such a humble man, I would demand you show your gratitude to me for giving you this opportunity. Okay, dude. And we're level 72. Oh, we got Flourish here. Let's see. Okay, that sounds like one I want to put down on number 8 here. Lasts for 30 seconds. Let's put this over here. Doing this is chill because I feel like small dialogue like this just flies by my mind. Yeah, you and me both. I mean, like I said, if I was playing through this in a previous playthrough, I'd just be sitting there mashing the next button, you know, ching, 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 just to get through the kind of dialogue so I could get on with running to my next spot or fighting my next battle and the whole bit. But it kind of helps me relax and enjoy the story a little bit more again, doing it this way. So I'm glad I started doing this. It really has been nice. Honestly, only things I don't mash through is main story quest and some main side quests like the new 24-mans. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I've done any 24-mans since the very first Nier Automata raid. I may have done the second one in the series there, but I hadn't really focused on it. My reflexes are just kind of so-so, and I can sometimes handle some of those bigger raids, but it was challenging enough for me to get through the Crystal Tower. So, you know, it's just kind of not something I'm terribly good at, but I do admire those folks who are able to handle extremes and ultimates and be able to play through a lot of those as well. Just not for me, I guess.
The Kami are merciful! My Lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
Ah, you are come sooner than expected. So, my blade or my head? Which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight. The time is ripe, my lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
Naught less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It will prove far more difficult to deliver than my head. But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them?
Yeah, that's okay. Final Fantasy XIV is for everyone to enjoy differently. I agree 100%. Yep, you know, you do you, and just enjoy it the way that you like to enjoy it.
You giddy! Go-setsu! And,
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea. Far across the sea they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation. To oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
Say no more, you giddy. Say no more. I observed how you helped Cyrena, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest. There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side. So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our...
Does it sound like the audio's cutting out there for you guys? I'm just curious. I'm getting something in my headset here. I just don't know if it's local or transmitting also to the stream there. Oh, it sounds okay. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of popping, and it's chopping off the last word of most of these segments here for me. So yeah, it may be my audio interface perhaps.
I have made my decision. You, Giddy, I bid you return to Yansha and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of a Zayla army.
You mean to participate in the Nardum?
Have you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. 'Twould be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Nardum and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Zayla I can. Furthermore, by championing the mole in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so. Our lord has spoken, you giddy. But take heart, I shall keep him safe, and should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Looks like it's up to us then. Though it does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
So they say, though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance. For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
Man, it's just like right from the start, he's such a likable character there. An adventurer, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds in service to Doma. For 25 years did my father rule in name only. My rule, if one would deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan, and after we take to the battlefield together, we will have victory as well. But you are a practical woman, I can tell. Disinclined to trust in words when actions speak truer. I can relate. All right, new boots. Alrighty. Level 65 still. So, you too have heard of the Nardum. The great battle for supremacy of the steppe. I learned of it during my stay with the mole. To my knowledge, no foreigners have ever participated, much less triumphed in the Nardum. But, lack of precedent notwithstanding, I should think we would have good standing to bid them march with us to Doma, should we win. Will they even permit us to fight, my lord? We belong to no tribe of the steppe. We are not without options, given what Serena has told me. You see, in accordance with the god's wishes, her people shall participate in the coming Nardum. And when they take the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors of the mole. But we need not discuss this at length here. Come, let us head north to Mole Elo, where Serena and her people have made camp for this season. Or Serena, I think they pronounce that Serena. All right. Yeah, Geronimo Splat. All right. There wasn't any new. Yeah, the social aspect of the game you enjoy. Yeah, I am in a free company with this character. but I'm not on my home server currently. Let's see, I started out on the new data center in North America, which only has 4 servers in it, and trying to get a duty or using the queue, especially this early in the morning for me, would take a long time. So I moved over to Diablos now, and just sitting camping out here, so whenever we got to do a duty, it will be a little bit easier to get a group. Yeah, that's the one I'm on, Halicarnassus, same as you. Yeah, I don't know which I'm in. I forget what it's called. It's not showing here. I think it's TGC or TCG or something is the 3-letter FC. But I'm not participating in the free company that much. I just joined one mainly so I guess so I could have some buffs and stuff too, but I don't get them when I'm on a different data center. So except for the Road to 80 buff. This thing, you'll see up here, Road to 80, experience earned while below level 80 is dramatically increased. And that carries over apparently no matter which server you're on here. And if I had considered that, well, I guess I did consider it when I first started playing. I was wanting to use that to help avoid having to grind between level like 40 to 50. There are some spots in there in the main story where the main story quests just do not give you enough experience to get to the next job level or the next level for the quest. Yeah, misleveling things. But after getting through A Realm Reborn, I wish I could turn off this Road to 80 buff, because here I am, Dancer level 72. I started at level 60 as I started Stormblood. And so now I've already, gone well beyond the level I need here for this particular expansion. Yeah, I would rather it stay fairly consistent at this point, but oh well. Yeah, still need to level other classes. Yeah, if you haven't leveled everything up to 90 yet, then you still got stuff you can do, and job stories perhaps for those as well. And try your hand at some of the dungeons or the other content that you really enjoy with those new classes. My friends, I give you Mol Elo. The Khatoon of the tribe, Temulun, resides in the largest yurt. We should go and make our introductions. At last, the traveler comes.
Tamarun Hatun, Sirina, I am returned.
Ah, you found each other.
Ours is the soil, Hian. The Domans, and the Eorzeans too.
You know us?
The gods know you, child. as do the stars in the heavens, which shone bright at your coming.
The mole hearkened to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
Hatun, I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe. To that end, I wish to fight in the Nardam, as a warrior of the Mall. Will you grant me this honor?
To stand with the Mall is fruitless. Hien, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Nardam, but there is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
I thank you for your concern, Cyrena. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
Yeah, girl got no confidence. Yeah, that's for sure.
"'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hatun of the Mall, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardam."
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Will you look after them?
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
You... wait. I would have words. A singular radiance, shimmering, like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance. Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare. Some are fated to rise in grace and glory. Others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end. Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
I am the traveler. Thank you all for coming, and for offering to fight with us in the Nardam. Though I still fear our chances grim, I am grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the Mall, there is a trial you must overcome. But before we speak of such things, there is another, more pressing matter. My friends, I must warn you, the path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey unto the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as did the warrior Bardam in days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people. So it is written, so must it be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking in strength of body and mind. Therefore, we must treat you to a great feast. Yeah, this dungeon. I swear, you know, I guess it's the, what is it, the second battle in there where you do nothing but just try to position yourself correctly for the mechanics or something. That one, like I said, my reflexes, we'll see how I do. We will see how I do on this one. We must treat you to a great feast. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles, therefore warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle. Oh, I understand. No problem. You know, love to help, but bad experiences on Crystal? No sweat. I appreciate you. She does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief riposte may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial. Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about your people and their ways. Well, if you insist, I am sure that the others would be glad of your assistance. Would you go and speak with Dorbe, Elise? As for you three, you can help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decreed that we lure a gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this. That your people look to the gods for guidance, I understand, but in your daily meals, I say your grandmother must be quite busy. Some days more than others, but every night we come together around the cook fire. Even babes must earn their keep on the step. Give over the entrails, Cyrena. We will bring you a bounty of meat. A word of advice. Our quarry is wont to avoid the Zela and their settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Anne? I have 6 bags of entrails with which we may lure our gulo. 3 for you and 3 for me. Whoever returns with the greater portion shall be declared the winner. What say you? Then it is settled. Gosetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. Let's see, there is another ether current. Yeah, pretty near here. We'll go up the hill in a moment. Oh, I want to pull out my bird. Let him get a little bit of experience for this too. Yeah, let's use some entrails. Hello. And you know how, at least in Endwalker, when you go around collecting ether currents, there are like a buttload of them, you know, in the latest expansion. Same thing was true for Heavensward back in the day, too. You had to run around all over the zone for like, I don't know how much is it. It's like a dozen, I guess, in each new expansion. So I've done them all. I've done Heavensward, running around to every zone to collect 12, plus do the several story quests that are required, and same for Stormblood, and yeah. Oh, okay, is it down to 4 now, or whatever, in Endwalker? I think it was still, you had to run around for all 12 of them, or whatever, 10 or 12 or whatever it was. Last time I went all the way through. Hey, buddy. Oh, okay. Still high level. Yeah, less for older expansions. That's right. Uh-oh, paralyzed. Better focus here. Oh, gonna paralyze the choker now. Yeah, they've done that as each expansion came out. It was the same way when they released Stormblood. The Heavensward expansion was then reduced to only 4, like it is now. And then after Shadowbringer came out, then Stormblood was reduced to just having 4 you had to do as well. So I guess that's their plan when they go through these things. Okay, let's use it. Oh yeah, tell me about it. That would be nice. Excited for the next expansion. Yeah, you and me both. Alright, buddies. Come to Papa. Thanks, Choco. Let's see. Which way was Alex? There we go. Head over this way. See, are you sound sensitive? No, those are not sound sensitive. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let us see the fruits of your labor. Ho, it would seem that at the very least you are the faster hunter. But speed is not everything. For my part, I slew 6 gulo. Aye, that you have, my lord. As for Anne, this day you are twice the hunter as she, for our friend delivered unto me but 3 portions, half your sum, my lord. Oh ho, and there you have it. I shall try not to let it go to my head. I know better than to expect the hawk to show her talons on a whim. Nay, when the time comes, I expect you will prove yourself more than my match. And with that, our game is concluded. Let us return to Mol Elo forthwith, and let us have Anne present our meat to Cyrena. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with traditional Zala cuisine. Let not its appearance deceive you. It is quite hearty and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. You should have seen the state I was in. You are returned, Anne. How was your hunt? Here's a sack of gulo meat. My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you all with my cooking. No more ether current quest yet. It will be a little while before the meal is ready. If you and Lise wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorbe. He has many responsibilities and would welcome your help, nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. You may find him by the other yurt, taking stock of our supplies. Ah, one of the newcomers. Welcome. I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trust it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them in the south, across the bridge. Hey, Lise. So what do I enjoy doing on my main tune? Well, I don't spend much time on it anymore. Once I got them up to, level 90 and got the crafters and gatherers all done, I haven't been spending much time since I've started streaming anyways, but typically in the past, once I get them up there and get them through all the story content that's there, I usually move on and start playing other games until the next release. I don't really do much on the side after I've gotten everything maxed out or all the gear that I wanted to get for them. I don't even bother trying to do I guess all the new blue gear or anything like that. It's just getting through the story, playing the extra content for the stories basically, and then I've got like a ton of console games and PC games that I then try to platinum those. I really like trying to get platinums on the different games, or getting all the achievements for whatever I'm playing too. I did finally manage to get Final Fantasy XIV Platinum Trophy on PlayStation. I guess it was last year sometime, because you have to do like 1,000 leave quests, and I don't know, I felt like I had done a lot of them while I was leveling my character on PlayStation at that point, but I had to spend What did I do? It's like every day I logged on and did maybe 9. I did like 9. All of the level 1 leave quests in Limsa Lominsa, like for cooking, blacksmith, and armor. And so that was 3 each. Like for every day I would just log on and do 9. Sometimes do 18. I would pre-make the items and have a bunch on hand and just turn them in. And I don't know, after I guess several months of doing that, I finally hit the 1,000 mark. That was, and then I had to do the, what was it, the 100, I think it's 100, 100 guild leaves, those battle ones. What are they? Let's see. Yeah, this is the one. The guild hests. That was it. Yeah, doing 100 guild hests, and I knocked that out in short order. I would just sit there and queue for that one, you know, for several hours each day, and it only took a couple days for that to get through those. And then finally got the platinum on that. Everything else I had gotten easily enough because each of the crafting classes needed, I forget how many crafts to be done, like 1,000 each or something, and that was no brainer since you can just sit there and quick craft everything if you need to. So yeah, I was happy to finally get that one knocked out of the way. So I deleted the game off my PlayStation, and now I'm just doing it on PC now. To free up some more space on the console so I can work on other games there. But yeah, I do like doing platinums a lot, or achievements. On the Xbox it's called what, when you get all of them, I forget now. But if there's a game I can possibly do it on, I do it. But if there's not, then I just kind of give up on it. It's especially the games that require a lot of reflex. And like if you've got to, I don't know, for example, ride a snowboard and dodge things and jump, you know, and I don't know, stuff like that. Those are the things I'm not very good at. So if there's a platinum involved that requires that sort of activity, count me out. I won't be able to do that more than likely. Oh, Anne, are you here to help too? Great. So, I suppose Dorbe told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires, did he? I only have 45%. I don't craft much. I like raiding and combat. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's different strokes for different folks, for sure. You know, you do what you enjoy doing. And for me, I was just kind of focused on, really wanted to get that done. For the longest time, I hadn't even gotten the achievement for running the Coils of Bahamut, that series, running through all 5 of those, or the initial ones anyways, for the longest time. And so I've totally forgotten about running that, and then I got the level, I forget what it was, which expansion it was for, either level 70 or level 80. I said, you know what, I can probably solo those easily now. So I went in there and ran all 5 of those soloed and finally got the achievement for that one. It'll need to be dried before they can burn it, of course. You do understand what we're here for, right? Only some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. Then again, you've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyway, we're trying to get 4 piles each. Good luck. And keep an eye on the children while you're at it, huh? An auburn tuft. Yeah, I guess we're collecting doo-doo. Yep, gathering dung. Awesome. Well, have you found your share yet? I think so. Here's some dung, Lise. Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you were at it. No, sorry. Lise, look how much dung we have. Wow, I'm impressed. I thought we'd gathered a lot, but it looks like we'll have to admit defeat. Dorbe will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorbe, now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried. It was easier when we were living near that forest, but dung works just as well as wood. I heard the mole move from place to place, that the gods tell you where to go. That must be hard on you all. Hard? I do not understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens comes the rain, which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grass, which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh, which nourishes the Zela. Ours is the soil of one and all. Yeah, look at that purple-haired guy. He looks just like, what's his name in the latest expansion? That little avatar of the dragon. But you Westerners are like the Domans. You live in the same place, in villages, and all the villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Ian talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I did not understand his words. Yeah, the little guy from Rad's at Hand that comes as like the messenger. I have a terrible memory, you know. I remember visual things, but don't remember all the names sometimes. Whenever I ask him about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. Yeah, mood. It reminds me of my mother when she waits for my father to return from a long journey. But Ian will not wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him, to take him back, because his nation is more important. I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place, I suppose. A place and the people in it, and maybe the things too. But more than that, it's the history, the traditions, the words, the stories we tell ourselves and our children, everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us no matter where we go. Whoever, whatever we become, that part remains, that link to our fathers and their fathers before them. It's not important to everyone, I suppose, and that's fine, but it's important to Ian and to me. Some call the mole fools for listening to the elder gods, but it is our way, our pride, our nation? Something like that. It's something precious that you and others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about it later. It's time to go home. Dorbe is waiting. I'll stay with the children. Why not go and let Cyrena know how we got on? Be fun to see me try the raids one day. I might, you know, it might be something I do after I get done with the story. I may pick, you know, use this same character and get on through some of the raids and all. I have more confidence now because, I mean, at least I've been learning more about what to look for. You know, how some of the bosses telegraph their moves and things like that. But I'll tell you what really discouraged me earlier was I was playing a lot overseas and trying to use a server that is, you know, halfway around the world, for example. So the lag was just terrible, and in some cases I couldn't get out of AoE in time, at least not with my reflexes. And so that's what discouraged me a lot, was just not being able to move fast enough, probably just due to lag or bad internet connections and the like. So, but now I've got a super connection. I'm playing on a local server, you know, and so it's liable, you know, it's quite possible I could do much better now. Oh, okay. In Europe, but play in North America. Yeah, I've got characters on. I've got level 90 characters on each region currently too. So I forget which server I'm on in Europe over there. Yeah, I'm on a Europe server as well, but yeah, trying to play, like, for example, from North America to Japan or even Oceania and Australia. Yeah, the lag, the connection even says when you go to log in that the connection is poor in those cases, and not a good idea to try to do anything that requires a split-second reaction times. Welcome back, Anne. Did you speak with Dorbe? Well, well, then you will forgive me if I ask you to wash your hands. No doubt. I shall pour you a cup of milk tea in the meantime. The meal is almost ready, so we should summon Hien and Gosetsu.
She needed the rest. To come so far and carry so much.
Oh, I hear you. Same for you. Still very playable, though. What's your favorite raid? Just, if you have one. I'm just curious.
Hien and his friend, too. Strange that they should vanish so soon.
Not troubled by your old wounds, I see.
Oh, I see. You like the Endwalker ones? And you've cleared all the Savage versions. Wow. Yeah, hats off to you for sure. Yeah, I haven't even tried any of those. Yeah, I would be interested, I guess, to see how I stand with some of them nowadays anyways.
Know you by yours. I know I should have fled with the others after Father died, instead of blindly fighting on. It was reckless and foolish, and there was naught to be gained from it. Everything to lose, rather.
We know no path save the one we walk. I myself am in no hurry to meet those who have gone before. Not while I have still to make amends.
Well said.
You are none the worse for your time in the wilderness. On the contrary, I would say you have improved.
Come now, your victories still far exceed mine. Or have you forgotten all the times you trounced me as a boy?
I feared I would not see you again.
A life so fortuitously saved should be spent wisely. Without regret would I have traded it for our people's amnesty had it been their will. Instead, they have called for the sword, and so that is what I must be. Until this blade is broken, I can but carve a path forward. Were you truly so concerned for my well-being? You never showed it when we used to spar.
How you cried when you lost, and when your mother tried to comfort you, and when you inevitably came at me once more, swinging your wooden sword wildly. Mina's little Master Shun. What a fine young man you've become.
A man should not be addressed by his childhood name. I've told you about that before. Ah, the mask slips. And I was so close to cultivating a winning persona.
There will be opportunity enough for putting on airs after you have returned in triumph to Doma. Now is the time to show our true character.
Shun, was it?
Yes, yes. 'Tis a name my parents gave me as a child, but I should like to think I have long since outgrown it. But as you seem determined to bring it back into use, I believe a match is in order. If I win, you will be honor-bound to divulge one of your darkest secrets.
Yeah, little Lord Shun. Well, my friends, I for one am full of vim and vigor. I trust you feel the same? Then what better time than now to undertake our trial and become full-fledged warriors of the Mole? Indeed. Now then, Cyrena, if you would tell us of the trial we must undertake that we might participate in the Naadam. Ah, yes. As I mentioned before, to be recognized as warriors of the steppe, one must follow in the footsteps of the legendary warrior Bardom. He embarked on a great pilgrimage, eschewing cart and horse, and walked for many malms until he came to a holy place, thereafter named Bardom's Meadow. There, at the altar as he did, you must pray. The altar lies deep within the breeding grounds of the Yol. To complete your trial, you must tame one. Only then will your trial be complete. Fair enough. And where is the entrance to Bardam's Metal? You must journey far, far to the west, beyond Chakazo, where lie the bones of a great and wise woman. Beyond the ruins of Seol Ain, hidden within the mountains, is a narrow pass. Follow it, and you will come to Bardam's Metal. Sounds to me like it'll be a trial just getting to the trial. More than you may know, on the eve of the Nadam, many strive to improve their fortunes, some by abducting and enslaving the warriors of other tribes. Be ever mindful of your surroundings, lest you be taken as well. Ha! What grim expressions you wear while nodding so powerfully. Warriors such as you are not like to fall en route to a mere rite of passage. We shall proceed with all due caution, yes, but let us not worry overmuch. We will overcome this trial, and the next, until we stand triumphant. That is all there is to it, no? With me, friends, to the west, to Bardam's Metal. Wait, Hien! Oh dear, I knew I would forget. Here, take these whistles. Once tamed, your Yol will hearken to their call. Thanks. We'll try them out once we've finished the trial. Let's catch up to Hien and Gosetsu. We still have a long way to go, but I think I can see that monument Sirena talked about. I don't see Hien or Gosetsu, though. We should hurry. And I think we've got, yep, an Ether Current quest we can do here along the way, too. Oh, there it is, back there behind us a little bit. Hey, I don't know about you, but I can't shake the feeling someone's watching us. Sirena did warn us about tribes that kidnap warriors and make them fight for them. Something tells me we're about to meet them. Let's head back here and do this. Knock this out first. Don't suppose you have time to chase after a sheep, do you? My most cowardly one just ran off after hearing a nearby beast roar. She is so timid she is likely to run away if you try to approach her normally. Take this blowgun and these darts that I've laced with a sedative. One hit and she will be out in an instant. She ran off somewhere to the west. Best of luck. Well, let's see here. I'll see if I can nab this thing. Oh, I need those. Let's wait until I get the ones that are near where I have to shoot the blowgun here. Yeah, there we go. All right, Choco, you're still there. Make you my dance partner. Oh, I need 3 of those. Well, that's convenient. I love how this game makes it so easy for you to see what your combos need to be by highlighting the skills that are that make a combo coming up next. Right. Yeah, good for 4 Centurio seals there. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Nope, missed him. Nope, missed him again. Let's try getting closer here. There we go. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. I mean, I can appreciate, okay, y'all designed a new mechanic for us to play with, and so let's make it an important part of some quests now. Yeah, that is kind of interesting. You can give you the opportunity to have those NPCs follow you, and then stepping into those conversation circles where they can give you some flavor to what you're working on. That is kind of nice. Did you manage to catch my sheep? I think so. I hope this was your sheep. Oh, thank you. You had me worried sick, you did, dearie. This job means everything to me. It truly does. I was just a lonely orphan with nowhere to call my own when the mole took me in. I said I would look after our sheep in an attempt to show my gratitude. My heart nearly stopped when this little one ran away. Sheep are the cornerstone of our tribe's way of life. I fear I will never be able to truly express my thanks to you, but no, I am grateful. Thank you for the ether current. We certainly like that. Thank you, Chocobo. Oh, no. Need a drink for your sore throat. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, keep yourself hydrated for sure. Ah, there you are. As you can see, they left us little choice. I gather you were forced to dispatch a few yourself? So it goes. A few less warriors to face in the Nodum, eh? Sail Ain is not much further. That said, I should be surprised if our would-be masters do not try to subdue us one final time. Oh, that's not foreshadowing at all, is it? Some giant stone tablets. Okay. They heal. Alright. Make it a little challenging here. Oh, hey, Blue Seeds over on Kick. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Been a bit of time here, I know, if you're still there or not, but yeah, I haven't been paying close enough attention to chat, apparently. Right, this must be the pass that leads to Bardam's Medal. They say no foreigners have overcome this trial, but, well, there is a first time for everything, no? Nothing left but to begin, then. To complete the trial, we must each pass through Bardam's Medal and tame a Yole. How precisely we are to do this, I am not sure, but since countless warriors before us have succeeded, I imagine we'll muddle through somehow. But enough talk. We have a Nodum to win. Oh, starting a new solo run of the New Deep Dungeon, are you? Oh, cool. All right. Well, we are needing to finish up this particular stream, unfortunately. I've been running for 3 hours here, and that's about it. All I can do this particular morning, but we'll be back Tuesday morning with more Final Fantasy XIV. We'll start off the day with doing Bardam's Medal here, and then move on from there. Should be able to get through this zone, I think, on Tuesday. And let's see, we'll go ahead and port back over to Ul'dah for now and just hang out there. And let's see, tomorrow we're not doing any streaming. Monday's the day off here. But yeah, please come back and join us at 6:30 Eastern Time or any time thereafter for within 3 hours for more Final Fantasy XIV. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope I do see you in the future. It's been fun. I really enjoy these times when we can just chat and talk about what's on our mind, what we like, and everything like that. So let's see. I think I will go ahead and just end things here. So thank you for your time. Hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or wherever you happen to be in the world today. And take care of yourself. Hope to see you this week. Bye-bye.